Good morning, down here from Super Blast Pressure Washing. This job is going to be a very dirty job and something that we can learn from. Look at these weeds in the crack here. See that? This here. So this is going to be Turbo Nozzle City. This house has been vacant for a while. The young couple that's here, I guess her parents live here and they're going to move here. So they're taking care of their one of their relatives' property. They're going to clean all these cars out of here. That's an old Monte Carlo back there. Just some stuff laying around. Some of it's worth a little bit of money, some of it's not. But anyway, the sidewalk's all dirty. We got mud daubers and what have you all over the place. Soffit and drip edges are dirty. Now we got a lot of mud daubers up this way. Let's go over here and take a look. And they just got here. Look at all this algae and stuff here in the windows. See this here? Probably have to use some pump up spray on this. We have all these mud daubers hanging in here. We do have drywall up there, so you got to be careful. So we'll go ahead and soak them down with some SH first. Let them soak, and then we'll go ahead and blast them off the wash jet tip. Just don't hit the drywall directly. Okay, see the soffits up there, dirty. There's bugs, accumulation of stuff. So I'll come all the way around. I'm gonna start away there. I'll pop over the fence here and go ahead and get all this down this side here. Then we'll wash all the way back around to where the cement is over there. Then we'll get all the concrete done. Then we'll head down to the back, which the pool is a complete mess. It's going to take some doing to get this baby cleaned up. But anyway, we'll be able to manage it. This thing's in the middle of the way. Of course, we cannot move it. It's old. It's like an old Volkswagen or something. Is it? It has to be dubbed. That's an old Monte Carlo. Look at that bad ride. Or Cadillac. What the hell is that? Yeah, it's a Monte. There's a Pontiac Le Mans. That'll be worth some money. And here's the pool cage. Extremely dirty. Look at them pavers in there. Whew. That's nasty. Mini Mondu. Will have to be used in there. That's just black. Horrible. See if this door's open over here. Probably not. Nope. Well, they'll let me in. And you can see how dirty all that stuff is in there. All right, let's get started. In other words, let's get after it. All right, so the job's laid out. Like I said, we're going to start right here in the corner. Head on down, go all the way down the side of the pool cage, rinse it on back. Get this side of the house all done. Then I'm going to actually back the rig on down into there, straight into the pool cage, and we'll be done with this job. All right, let's get after it.
Oh, Black Betty, bam-a-lam. Whoa, Black Betty, bam-a-lam. Black Betty had a child, bam-a-lam. The damn thing gone wild, bam-a-lam. I said it wasn't none of mine, bam-a-lam. The damn thing gone blind, bam-a-lam. Whoa, Black Betty, bam-a-lam. Whoa, Black Betty, bam-a-lam.
Okay, let's have a look what we got so far. Okay, as you can see, the windows are getting nice and bright and clean. That algae and stuff's gone. All this stuff is ready to be rinsed. These mud daubers are going to come off. All that stuff's nice and white again. Okay, this was all black. All this stuff is all black. The windowsill there was pretty bad. Now this windowsill here, I'm going to hit this with the pump up. sprayer, this kind of stuff with the pump up, and I'm all the way around over to here. So before I shoot down the side of the house, I'm gonna hit those pump up areas there. This is all black. All I've done is SH this. Now we're gonna shoot down this side here, get all this house done in those screens, coated with some SH. The sideways trick that I've always showed you, we'll show you again. All right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna treat this here. Then we'll be back to show you what the rinse looks like and how everything's coming along. All right, let's get after it. Hey, we're back. All right, we're all done with the pressure washing of the house from here all the way down. You can see how nice and white everything looks. Maybe just a little bit more rinsing here and there. All the mud daubers and stuff are gone above the door and all that stuff over there. We'll have a closer look. So now what we're going to do, we're going to get all these weeds out of these cracks, starting over here where they're the worst. Now if you showed up to this job and you didn't have a turbo nozzle, you'd probably find yourself having a lot of trouble with this stuff right here. It's like a lawn. All right, let me show you how easy it is to take care of it. Get a turbo nozzle. I have an 8-gallon-a-minute machine, so I have the biggest one you can buy. So, and then you always got to turn. I got 10 gallons a minute, so I turn it down to 8 because there's too much power for it. At 10 gallons a minute, it does affect it. All right, let's get after it. And that's how you get rid of the weeds. All right, I'm Don from Super Blast, and we'll see you in the back. Let's get after it. All right, let's have a look. Presto, that looks really nice, huh? Looks like a new driveway. All the weeds are gone out of the cracks. Let's take a little walk. We're done all the way up to here. We lifted this up off the ground, got underneath the tire there. Everything looks really, really good. Nothing to complain about here whatsoever. Nice welcome site to the house. Everything looks nice and white and clean. They got vine stuff there. The turbo nozzle will take that off, but it'll also take the paint off. So they're not ready to paint this place. So we're not going to do that. Now we're going to go ahead and go from here down to the end, around down to the pool. Then we're going to back the rig across the concrete all the way down to there, so we don't have to add any extra hose. I want to stay at 150 feet today. So that'll get me where I need to be. All right, I'm Don from Super Blast. Let's get after it. All right, here we are, last part of the job. Look at those screens. You can see the green in the screens. Very nasty. So we're going to close this door. But look at the pool cage itself. It is terribly nasty. This is going to be a total reconditioning of this stuff back here. There, you got coffee tables up by the edge of the pool. Look at this stuff here. Pretty bad, all right? And all this is going to clean up with downstream. Those screens over there are looking way better than these screens over here. You can see the difference. I treated those before. We're going to treat them again. Then they'll be perfectly clean. All right, let's get after it.
Yeah. Black Betty, Bam-a-lam. Whoa, Black Betty, Bam-a-lam. She's from Birmingham, Bam-a-lam. Way down in Alabama, Bam-a-lam. Well, she's shaking that thing, Bam-a-lam. Boy, she makes me say, Bam-a-lam. Whoa, Black Betty, Bam-a-lam. Whoa, Black Betty, Bam-a-lam.
Okay, let's go in here and have a look. The cage cleaned up nice. Now it's time for these papers. As you can see, the algae's all gone. These screens are going to clean up. All this white stuff's going to come right out. All this algae's dead. All right, you can see the screens are going to be good. See, there's a little bit of black stuff in the middle. That'll all come off with the wash jet tip. We're going to go ahead and mini Mondu first. Make a mess out of this place. It is going to make a mess. I already warned them about it. All right, let's get after it. Okay, we got the deck all mini Mondu'd up. Got some weeds. So what we're going to do is we're going to rinse everything off. We're going to rinse the floor off, and then we're going to take the turbo nozzle, and we'll just get the weeds out and blow the weeds out with that. All right, for the most part, we got it all. Let's see what it looks like after we rinse it, and we'll go from there. But everything is cleaned up. All the algae's gone. All this black stuff just going to come right off with the satisfying rinse. Let's get after it. All right, that's how you do it, folks. Looks fantastico. All the algae's gone. Everything came out splendid. All right, I'm Don from Super Blast. We'll see you tomorrow. And always remember, always, get after it.